We're on the brink of the President of the United States being impeached, not because Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats went too far. It is because Donald Trump went too far, as he always has. Donald Trump famously said, I could kill somebody and still have support. And he has lived and acted out his presidency just that way. Shortly after Mueller, he came out, knew that the story didn't exonerate him, but his hand-picked attorney general said it exonerated him. He gave a small summary of what happened. We find out that the only reason he is not indicted is because he is the president of the United States of America, and he has a Republican Senate and several congressmen in lockstep. What has happened is hubris. He truly did believe he was above the law. He believed he could do whatever he wanted, and he acted like a man who did. Let me ask you something. If he truly believes that Vice President Biden and his son engaged in conduct that was detrimental to the United States of America, to our safety and our security, why did he use a corrupt government to investigate them? He has the pomp and circumstance and power of the hand-picked he has the hand-picked attorney general, NSA director. He has the intelligence. He doesn't believe that. What he wanted was dirt on his political opponents. We now know that he asked from Australia, that he had his son. He knew that his son met with Russians to get dirt, express dirt on Hillary Clinton. He actually wrote the letter and gave it in and made the excuse for his son meeting with the Russians. So he at every turn has believed he could get away with it. He actually believed, and this so often happens, it's hubris. He believed if I turn this over, they will see what I see, and there'll be nothing to see here. Except he's been so criminal for so long and gotten away with so much that he was blinded. He didn't understand that when you say, hey, listen, I need you to do me a favor, though, that is in essence quid pro quo. If you know that people are listening to you, you're not going to come out and ask for things as directly. Even Michael Cohen, his lawyer, came out and said he doesn't ask you for things directly, but implication, you know what he meant. That we know that that they believe that they couldn't even take a meeting with that he wouldn't even take a meeting with them unless they were willing to play ball. And all the Republicans who are saying right now they haven't read the transcripts, either you're a liar or you're lazy or you're complicit. We know now that Mike Pompeo was on the call. We know that Giuliani, and he's getting subpoenaed. We know that Giuliani is going to get subpoenaed. Right now, it's going to be. I'm just waiting to see who turned into Tekashi 69 first. This is not like it was before. Now we know initially that people. It is a turbulent thing to have a president of the United States impeached. We've seen it 3 other times. Johnson, Nixon, and Clinton. But Nixon and Clinton were impeached in their second terms. They were very popularly elected presidents. They were popular. Donald Trump has never been popular, and he won't even finish his first term before he's impeached. And also, so you're trying to tell me that the Congress impeaches him, that the Senate goes, oh, there's nothing to see here, and you bring at the top of the ticket a dude who's politically damaged. They're not going to do it. They're going to do what they're doing now. They're going to resign. They're going to look the other way. They know in their heart of hearts it is not right to do what he's doing. You use the pomp and circumstance and might and money of the United States to effect a political result for yourself, not to make us better, not to make us safer, not to make things more instrumental in our lives. It was for you. If you believe that you were acting in earnest and you were doing the right thing, why did you put it on a separate server? Why did you send your lawyers instead of members from the State Department? Why did you lie and obfuscate? And the one thing that Donald Trump has never done throughout this whole ordeal, while he's calling whistleblowers, political hacks who are out to get him, while he is threatening people and saying, oh, in the old days it's treason and we would do certain things to people who committed treason. Why have you never said, I didn't do it? For all the people who saying they're lying, why does it match the transcript? You believe that the President of the United States, it is okay for the President of the United States to consort with a foreign enemy to affect an American election? That is in essence, you're saying if you impeach the president, you're thwarting the will of the American people. Is it also thwarting the will of the American people is acting with foreign adversaries to affect the change for you? You're not doing what they want to do. You lost by 4 million votes. Russians helped you, and now you know that you're not going to be punished for that, and you tried to do it again. At one time, impeachment, the approval for it was 33%. Now it's almost 50%. More, a plurality of Americans believe you should be impeached, and before it's all said and done, there'll be more. It isn't what happens to him. It's what happens to us. It isn't what he'll do. It's what we'll do. In the face of all of this evidence, in the face of what we know to be true, in the things that'll come out, because let me tell you something. If you got something hid in a server that you maligned Hillary Clinton for, you did it for a reason. And if after all of this, we find out he's exactly what he thought we was, what will we do? What will we allow? What will we say okay to? I am not happy that let me don't lie. I am very happy it's happened, but I always knew that it would. He was always what we thought he was. He was always the crook, the liar, the selfish, myopic, bellicose, ignorant leader we always knew he was. It is not what he is. It is what we are.